All right, so we've been talking about the cell cycle, and we know that the cell cycle is a cycle that cells go through in order to duplicate themselves. We also started comparing mitosis and meiosis to each other. We know mitosis is what asexual organisms do when they want to make identical organisms, and it's also what we as animals do in order to grow. So whenever we want to make more cells, we need to go through mitosis so that we can make two identical cells. We compare that to meiosis, and I remember meiosis is when we want to make another me, so we're trying to make egg and sperm in this case. Meiosis is mitosis twice, so we're going to split one cell two times. We're going to make four cells, and these four cells are going to be 100% different from each other. Let's talk about how that happened. It doesn't matter if you have the same parents, it's still a chance that you and your siblings will look different from each other. Let's bring up my family. I have two baby girls, Carter and Hunter. Same mom, same dad, but they look 100% different. Well, in meiosis, something cool really happened. So at the top, there is a picture of a cell. And we know that each cell has half the DNA from the dad, which is the blue chromosomes, and half the DNA from the mom, which is the red chromosome. Well, in meiosis, when the chromosomes pair up and meet in the middle, anytime they touch, they're going to cross over DNA or they're going to exchange information. So now we have cells that's going to have different DNA in each one. So if we drop down to the bottom where we have four daughter cells, if we're making eggs in my body, because of crossing over, I will have one egg that has a lot of the DNA that comes from my dad. I will have on the other end one egg that has a lot of DNA that comes from my mom. And in the middle, I will have two eggs that has recombinant chromosomes. And recombinant means we recombine. So we combine two different sets of DNA. So these are eggs that's going to have half of my mom's chromosomes and half of my dad's chromosomes. And this can explain why you may look like your grandparents. So you may look more like your grandfather, or you may look like your grandmother, or you may look like a mix of them two. For my daughter, Carter, she looks a lot like her grandfather, and she could have been the egg that had a lot of DNA that came from my father. So that is crossing over. Crossing over is when only in meiosis the chromosomes come together, they touch, and they cross over or exchange information. And this is what makes all egg and all sperm cells different. This is what makes siblings look different as well. Okay, bye bye.